can I get a large iced vanilla latte?
Large iced vanilla latte?
Made with oat milk.
Sorry?
Made with oat milk.
Bacon on a croissant?
No, sorry, oat milk.
Where did you hear bacon on the croissant in that sentence? Where did you hear bacon on the croissant? Made with oat milk. Come on, bro. Tim Hortons grand opening in Brampton, India.
It's because like all my cousins came here and they first took over Canada and now they took over Tim Hortons, and like honestly, like I just want to make Tim Hortons white again. Hi, may I take your order?
Can I please get a turkey bacon club?
A turkey bacon club?
Nah, this guy is a genius, bro. This guy is a genius. He's actually a genius, bro. He could actually make a lot of tips doing this shit, bro. The man recording is a brown guy.
Like, is it Tim Horton or Sing Horton? Holy shit. Excuse me, guys. Hello. Why don't you clean the washroom?
They're all in there huddled up talking and shit. Having conversation instead of cleaning up the goddamn washroom.
Look at the go and see the washroom. I just recorded. The washroom is pretty nasty. You guys, how many people are working here? Why can't you clean it?
Every time some people come.
It doesn't matter. Why don't you people coming here? Look at these people want to use the washroom. And I just recorded. I'm gonna send to the headquarters. You guys are doing nothing, staying here, and then you gotta clean it. Doesn't matter.
How many times should you clean?
My man, people come.
The man said, how many times should we clean it? What the fuck? So you're gonna clean it once a day?
Come and go.
Yeah.
It is your responsibility. It is your job. You can't say how many times.
Tim Hortons, like seriously, what is going on anymore in Canada? Like this is absolutely ridiculous. I worked there when I was 15, 16 years old. You know what it was? Everything was clean. The bathrooms were clean, stocked. Every time I go in there, it's disgusting. My own daughter, who's 3, walked in today and said, "Ew, mommy, what's that smell?"
What's the fact?
The fact is that they're all Indians.
Stop being racist.
Why did they all get jobs? And why they...
Because you guys don't work. That's why we get the jobs.
What?
Yo, he's bright. He said, you guys don't work, that's why we get the jobs. Nah, nigga. It's a scandal, brother. It's a scandal, trust me. It's not Canadians are not working, bro. Tim Hortons is only hiring temporary foreign workers, bro.
Hey, listen, Tim Hortons, are you guys racist towards Canadians? Because you never hire Canadians, but just foreign workers and international students. Not to mention your management is always Indians, and they always charge people to get a job. That's another thing. I've seen this many, many times, especially in Winnipeg, but they charge them, hey, if you want to get the job, Canadian, it's $2,000. And then there's other management where there was a Canadian that got hired. It was a lady, and then, you know, young lady, by the way. I think she was a teenager. But then this dad, who's the manager there, was like, hey, I'll give you $20,000 if you marry my son. So this is who you hire, Tim Hortons, okay? So you are all about corruption and nastiness and disgust.
Ayo, another day, another dollar, another 10 Tim Hortons complaints. The Canadian Crash Out Chronicles continue, brother. I can't make this shit up. Now, all over social media, we've seen complaints of even Indian people saying there's too many Indians working at Tim Hortons. Why is Tim Hortons only hiring Indian people? Tim Hortons recently came out saying that 5% of their workers are temporary foreign workers. 5%.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Oh, brother. I can't make this shit up. They really had the nerve to say 95% of their workers are local workers. And now Tim Hortons is even asking Ottawa to lift the temporary foreign worker cap, stating that it's too difficult to find workers locally.
What the fuck?
Now, before we get into this compilation of Tim Hortons fatigue, let's look into this. Alright, let's check out this video titled Tim Hortons urges Ottawa to lift temporary foreign worker cap.
Temporary foreign worker program.
I'm sorry, I can't believe that there aren't Canadians across the country that won't do these jobs.
This after CBC News revealed coffee giant Tim Hortons is pushing to hire more temporary foreign workers, or TFWs. In late October, it held lobbying meetings with Liberal, Bloc Québécois and Conservative MPs, making the case to renew expiring work permits faster, according to former Immigration Minister Mark Miller. The Bloc's Alexis Brunel-Duceppe says in July they were looking to raise the existing cap on TFWs in his writing from 10 to 20% of employees.
It's actually very predictable.
that they would request higher caps, easier ability to hire temporary foreign workers. I'm not surprised at all.
But caps are not the main concern for this professor. She says foreign workers are prone to exploitation by employers, and that's where Ottawa needs to act.
We need a much more robust system for ensuring that employment standards are upheld.
Ottawa did make changes in August of 2024, but Tim Hortons' lobbying efforts go back further. In May of last year, a company representative wrote a letter to Mark Miller, released under an access to information request, asking him to bump the cap up from 20 to 30%, arguing the cost of being in business continues to rise and it is more challenging to hire in many markets. Tim Hortons says most of its 100,000 employees
This must be AI, bro. I know this nigga doesn't work at Tim Hortons.
are local hires, but it needs TFWs to fill gaps in smaller and rural communities.
As an employer, I have a vision. I need people, and they're here as a temporary foreign worker.
The government says it cannot predict future.
This is what? This is what? This right here is a Tim Hortons. Why does it scream so big? Hold up. This right here is a Tim Hortons. What did it say? Oh. Tim Hortons franchise owner right here.
People, and they're here as a temporary foreign worker.
The government says it cannot predict future policy decisions, but it did design the TFW program with flexibility in mind. Rafi Bujikani on CBC News.
They're clearly trying to take advantage of that shit. They're not trying to go back in time. Imagine you're making, that's the thing of greed, right? Imagine you're making $1 million every day. You know what I mean? And they're telling you, nah, you have to send these guys back and make $100,000. You're too used to making $1 million. You're too used to taking advantage of these foreign workers at this point. So now you're looking at it as a loss. You know what I mean? Because you're making so much money in the past. But now, let's just get straight into these compilations.
Can I get a large iced vanilla latte?
Large ice vanilla latte?
Made with oat milk.
Sorry?
Made with oat milk.
Bacon on a croissant?
No, sorry, oat milk.
Where did you hear bacon on the croissant in that sentence? Where did you hear bacon on the croissant? Made with oat milk. Come on, bro.
Vanilla ice latte
Okay.
with oat milk. And then can I get... Hi there.
That shit is so frustrating too when you're trying to not be a mean person and someone's just getting your order wrong and bro, come on. Guy crashes out at Dollarama. The idiot recording this doesn't realize that was Tim Hortons.
5 times?
You better be white. If he's not white, I'm not sticking around. Straight up.
This guy said he better be white. If he's not white, I'm not sticking around. Is that racist? What if he was Asian? What if he was Filipino? The Filipino workers work just as good.
You recording?
Oh.
You need to get you guys, right? It was an accident.
Whoa, why do you do that, man? Come on.
You didn't pay my dry cleaning?
A bit of coffee.
Hey, man.
It's an accident.
No, it's okay. It's fine. You're good. Don't worry about it.
The man went from saying, yo, why did you throw it at me, to saying it's good. I guess this guy must have threw the coffee at the workers and they must have got on the friggin' people in the line.
That's bad. Yo, someone should have recorded that. You recorded me good. That's bad. Yo, someone should have recorded that. You recorded me.
Wow, she dumped the drink out and put the cup right back. That's crazy.
Good.
We do here because that's my wife's sandwich. Well, she wants a sandwich too. Could you make it? Well, fuck. Can you make it on an English muffin? And I mean, it's not what I paid for, right? So I paid for it. You gave me half a sandwich, right? Well, look at the sandwich you guys gave me. Look at it, right? Exactly. Yeah. Where's the top?
That's
How can
crazy.
you serve that to someone?
That's crazy.
Yeah, so she's saying, yeah, you can remake it on an English muffin, but I paid for that. And so I've driven 30 minutes back home, and now there's half a sandwich there. We open it up, there's half a sandwich. Right, so I mean, what are you guys gonna do, right?
The man drove 30 minutes back. The man drove 30 minutes back there to get his wife's sandwich. You know he's pissed, bro. And some people are gonna be like, it's not that serious. You should have just ate it. Bro, I know that feeling, bro. Bro, imagine you work a long day of work. You're taking orders from your boss all day, and all you want to get is your order right. And these motherfuckers fuck up your order, bro. Simple fucking shit. You know what I mean? You've been taking orders at your job all day, getting everything right under the stress. And these motherfuckers fuck up a simple BLT, bacon, egg, bacon, lettuce, brother.
Okay. So I mean, this has been in almost 45 minutes, right? Yeah. Thank you. Pardon me?
2026 might be the year of the boycott for Tim Hortons. I won't lie to you.
Sure. You can just put it in a box.
Ew, what is that?
Brother,
Ew, is that a hair? What is this right here? I swear it's a whole hair covered in slush or whatever the frick that is. This Pepto-Bismol smoothie.
Brother, what's that?
Bro, that's hair, bro.
What's that, brother? Brother,
5% of the workers, remember at the start of the video I said Tim Hortons is claiming 5% of the workers are temporary foreign workers.
Found this at Tim Hortons on Esso at Drew and Dixie, Mississauga. Flies all over.
Bro, oh my god, look at this fly right here. There's some more small flies right there. There's 3 flies on this one honey cruller donut. And the sad thing is, that's my favorite donut, is the honey cruller. Call me weird, right? But that's disgusting, bro. And these are fresh donuts too. These are not even old donuts. These are fresh donuts. So don't think you're going there. There's some people that think that's the method. You go there, if the donuts are fresh in the morning, there's not gonna be no flies on them. Bro, the flies are in there waiting for those fresh donuts too, just like you.
Yes, what can I get for you?
Can I get one medium double French vanilla, 1 sugar, 2 cream, please?
Double, 1 sugar, 2 cream. You want double or 1 sugar, 2 cream?
1 sugar, 2.
Look, oh my god, I can't make this shit up, bro. And this is a trend too. I've seen this. This is becoming a trend. I seen my man do this. You order in this accent, and they understand everything you fucking say, bro. It's just ridiculous.
2 cream. Yes, sorry.
Okay, anything else?
Can I also get that 6 small roll sweet?
Small roll
there.
sweet?
There also.
Okay, you want Timbits?
Yeah, Timbits.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Can I also get that number 7 Bajal? That
Bajal.
There also.
Hey, Lisa. Yes, honey.
Yeah.
He wants bagel, honey.
Yeah, bagel.
Okay.
Can you put herbal ginger garlic paste on the bagel?
Herbal ginger garlic paste?
Cream.
Honey, put herbs and garlic.
Yeah.
That's what he wants. Yes, what can I get for you?
Can I get one medium double French vanilla, 1 sugar, 2 cream, please?
Double.
There's a new way to order from Tim Hortons. This way your orders are more likely to be correct and fantastic. I know not many.
Look, this is hilarious. This guy's name is Official Jesse Singh. You know what I mean? Indian. He might be an Indian immigrant, Indian descent for sure. And he's telling you to look. If you thought that last video was racist, let him tell you himself.
There's a new way to order from Tim Hortons. This way your orders are more likely to be correct and fantastic. I know not many people talk about this, but I got your back, ladies and gents. So just make sure you pay close attention to this video. Make sure you follow me and all that good stuff as well. So when you head to the drive-thru and you want a coffee, you can't say medium double. They do not understand this way of speaking. What you need to do is say it like this, okay? You ready for this? This is gonna be mind-blowing, okay? Hello, may I order a medium double coffee, please? And if you happen to order a French vanilla, say, hello, can I also get a medium French vanilla? And here's the other one, like the honey cruller donut. You gotta say it like this, okay? Honey cruller, okay? Can I get a honey cruller donut, please? If you say medium double, medium French vanilla, and honey cruller donut, you will get it fantastically. The order will be correct. It'll be on time. Follow me for more tips like this.
5%? Really? 5%? Tim Hortons grand opening in Brampton, India. And you want to say 5% of your workers are temporary foreign workers, bro? You need, you know, brother. You guys are nuts.
Hi. Just translator.
Hi there. Can I get a small steep tea with 1 milk?
Small steep tea with 1 milk? Just a translator.
Oh.
It's because like all my cousins came here and they first took over Canada and now they took over Tim Hortons and like honestly like I just want to make Tim Hortons white again. Hi, may I take your order?
Can I please get a turkey bacon club?
A turkey bacon club?
Nah, this guy is a genius, bro. This guy is a genius. He's actually a genius, bro. He could actually make a lot of tips doing this shit, bro. You know what I mean?
Anything else?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Sir, you same to same? Any translation?
Medium London fog.
Medium London fog.
The man said, sir, are you sing to sing? You don't need no translation? Yeah, this guy's a goat still. Are you sing to sing?
Medium London fog.
Medium London fog.
Anything else?
Anything else?
A 10-pack of assorted Timbits.
10-pack assorted Timbits.
Thank you very much. A double chocolate donut, please.
A double chocolate donut, please.
Hey, hello.
Hi.
Who are you?
Hi. Just translator.
Hi there. Can I get a small steep?
Oh, Toronto's gonna run through.
Don't think. You never think I'm going to.
This guy clearly has mental health issues. Bro, even the Jakes they're hiring in Tim Hortons are... Bro, I can't make this shit up, bro. 5% of the workers? Brother, seems like 95% of everybody in that establishment, even the customers in the Brampton Tim Hortons, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, come out with me. Let's go. He's killed me. He's good. Fucking Babban going to kill me. Harimagan, you know it. Harimagan, know it. You know it's fucking making my dad, huh? You think you... Oh, Waheguru, Guru. Yeah. You don't teach me that. How to relax. I am the... What's going on?
Guys, this is Tim Hortons. That's a handicap parking. And a Punjab.
Bro, a lot of these people complaining, if you listen to their accents, they're not, a lot of them are not even Canadian anymore.
Punjabi cab driver decided to change the oil, change the brakes, and this is his mini workshop. Can you believe that? Only in Brampton.
Tim Hortons is a mechanic shop, a bando, a homeless shelter. We need to stop talking shit about Tim Hortons and start giving them rewards. You know what I mean? Honorary peace prizes and shit like that. If you ask me.
Tim Hortons started changing the oil and changing the brakes. So everybody, please visit this Tim Hortons. Highway.
Tim Hortons is about to put Canadian Tire is already out of business. They're about to put Walmart out of business and shit, bro. You can do everything at Tim Hortons. You know what I mean? You can get a coffee, change a tire. You know what I mean? Shit, catch a nap. You know what I mean? Make a wop. Tim Hortons customer is shocked by the poor maintenance at the restaurant's Brampton location. Is Brampton Does Brampton have the worst Tim Hortons? Let me know.
So many clean.
This is a Tim Horton, man. Look at that. They're not cleaning it. Look at that. Is this the Tim Horton? Is it Tim Horton or Sing Horton?
Bro, that's crazy.
Is this the Tim Horton?
Look at the man talking. Hold up. How do you zoom in on the camera? The man recording is a brown guy.
Is it Tim Horton or Sing Horton? Holy shit. Excuse me, guys. Hello. Why don't you clean the washroom?
They're all in there huddled up talking and shit. Having conversation instead of cleaning up the goddamn washroom.
Look at go and see the washroom. I just recorded. The washroom is pretty nasty. You guys, how many people are working here? Why can't you clean it?
Every time some people come.
It doesn't matter. Why don't you people coming here? Look at these people want to use the washroom. And I just recorded. I'm going to send to the headquarters. You guys are doing nothing, staying here, and then you got to clean it. Doesn't matter.
How many times should you clean?
My man, people come.
The man said, how many times should we clean it? What the fuck? So you're going to clean it once a day?
Come and go.
Yeah.
It is your responsibility. It is your job. You can't say how many times.
We are doing it.
Not only you.
You just finished like.
Not only you. I saw so many places.
Excuse me, you cannot do it. Then I will call the cops.
Call the cops. Yeah, do it.
What do you mean call the cops? You're gonna call the cops because a man's reporting the washrooms dirty, bro?
It's my rights. It's a journalism. Okay? It's called social media journalism. You think I'm scared of the police? You think I'm scared of the police? Why don't you clean the washroom? I can't believe it. The washroom is pretty nasty. And then he said,
What type of accent is this? Is this an Australian accent? People in the comments, let me know what type of accent that is.
in the phone, you think I'm scared of the police? You think I'm scared of the police? This is called journalism, freedom of press. Please clean the washroom, bloody hell. That's what all you're asking. People can't go there. How many people are working at Tim Hortons? I'm gonna send this to the corporate.
And remember, they said 5% of their staff is foreign workers, bro. Does it look like 5% of the people in here? 5% is 1 in 20. Does it look like 1 in 20 of these people are Indian? Are foreign workers? Sorry,
people can't use the washroom. How many people are doing nothing? Did you see the washroom inside? This is nasty, man. This is a Tim Hortons that I saw 20 years ago. It's crazy. Please do your job. That's all we're all asking. You can call the cops, you can call the RCMP, call the FBI, whoever you want. This is called freedom of press.
Enjoy your lunch, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yo,
I can't believe it.
They're looking at this man like it's treason, bro. This guy is a demon, fam. No, this guy's a demon.
This video is gonna go to corporate. Thank you. Have a nice day. This is a Tim Hortons.
Come on. Well, I know which donuts I'm not gonna be buying, bro. This is why I stick to the honey coolers, because those are made, bro. I think.
Okay, so I'm making this video because honestly, and I first want to say I'm not this kind of guy. Like, I don't do these kind of videos or like care to watch them or whatever. But I feel like this was like the last straw. So basically, I'm gonna explain to you guys like what happened. So basically, earlier, my sister, she went to Tim Hortons. Yes, it's about Tim Hortons. Ha ha ha, we get it. But anyways, she went to Tim Hortons and she ordered 2 bagels, 2 of the same bagels. I think the belt, or was it the belt?
I just added the topping.
Some like whatever. It was a bagel. She ordered 2 of them, same thing, but except one with bacon and one without. The one without was for my mom. So the reason why she got one for my mom, like without bacon, is because you don't know my mom, but for anyone who does know my mom, you know, like she hasn't eaten any kind of meat actually, like in over 30 years. Like she hasn't eaten any kind of meat in over 30 years. Like she's strictly vegetarian. She doesn't eat meat at all, right? And like I want to say have not, like she has not eaten any kind of meat. Anyways, yeah. So my sister ordered the food and she made sure to tell the guy no bacon. And even after he like punched it in, she's like, okay, like repeat the order, like just so to make sure, you know what I mean? Because like it's very important that there's no bacon, much less even meat, but bacon's even worse, to be honest. None.
Those are the worst. Those are the worst when you're speaking, when you're talking to somebody and you tell them your order twice and they punch it in and you tell them again to confirm it, but because you know they don't speak English, you just have that feeling in you like, yo, this person might still fuck up my order, and then they fuck up your order. That's the most annoying shit ever, bro.
The guy confirmed, yes, everything's cool, right? Boom. So I guess she got home, gave my mom the food, and then like, you know, like you swear somebody died. I swear to God, you thought somebody died. So I'm like what the hell happened? And at the same time, like, you know, my name got screamed out. So I'm like, yo, what happened? You know, my heart kind of caught a little extra beat. You know what I mean? Like one of them ones. So I ran upstairs and then she's like, I just ate bacon. So at first I thought she was joking because, like I said, I know my mom does not eat meat. I thought it was a joke. She's being dead ass, like she was. And I'm gonna show you guys the proof. That's the crazy part. Like, look at this. I took my damn self to go look. Like, what is that? What is this? Come on, man. Come on, do better. Like, this is raw. Like, and I'm gonna go there.
This shit's raw too, fam. Look at it. That's not even some crispy bacon. That shit's raw too, fam. That's an idiot thing. You can't be giving people who don't eat meat, you know what I mean? That's pretty fucked up still. That's one thing, you don't play with people's food. That's why Tim Hortons is so shit, because, bro.
Tim Hortons, like seriously, what is going on anymore in Canada? Like this is absolutely ridiculous. I worked there when I was 15, 16 years old. You know what it was? Everything was clean. The bathrooms were clean, stocked. Every time I go in there, it's disgusting. My own daughter, who's 3, walked in today and said, ew, mommy, what's that smell? Like, that's embarrassing. Like, what is going on with you as a corporate?
Even a 3-year-old can understand, you know what I mean? Better cleanliness than the Tim Hortons staff, apparently.
Corporation that nothing can go right anymore when it's literally all you do is give customer service and food. Like, these employees know nothing. When I worked there, when I was 15 and 16 years old, our primary thing was if we weren't busy, you were cleaning, you're mopping, you're sweeping, you're making sure that everything was stocked. You're making
facts. These guys are in there having a whole conversation. 3 of them behind the counter. There's people behind the register. There's people waiting for food. There's people trying to get the bathroom. You know what I mean? Trying to use the bathroom, and you're in the back having a conversation, 4 of you. What the fuck?
sure that everything was good to go and that the customer service came first. Now, I got laughed at today when I asked for my 2 ice caps that I bought, and I spent $15 there on 3 drinks and a Timbit today. And I got laughed at when I said they brought it out and it was up to that line right there. And so I send back the ice caps. I literally hand the tray back and I said, those ice caps are literally liquid, not ice cap. And they're also not even filled. So why did I just spend over $4 on some ice caps for it not to be done right? Like, this is a customer service thing. Yes, it's just a drink at the end of the day, but I'm getting in my car, I'm going to drive.
That's the problem. Those people, they don't give a fuck. They're looking at it like it's just a drink, like you said, you know what I mean? They're not putting the fucking effort in to make it how it's supposed to be, you know what I mean? Like when you see it on the pictures, they're not taking the time to make it as pretty, you know what I mean? Realistically, all fast food chains are guilty of doing this, because how many times you go to McDonald's and you get a sandwich and it's sloppy or some shit. But you know what I mean? There's times when you go to McDonald's and everything's blessed. Tim Hortons, you're more than likely to get your order messed up, something missing, something that's on your sandwich that's not supposed to be on your sandwich, or something that's supposed to be on your sandwich that's not on your sandwich, bro.
To this establishment to get really crappy customer service and then not the proper drinks made, and then I have to drive back or just throw it out, and like I just wasted my money, but you as a corporation gets to keep yours. That's crazy to me. So anyway, so I say to the 3 people sitting in the drive-through doing my order, I send it back. They send it back to me. I said, this is unacceptable. He literally gives it back and says, this is to policy. I said, what's your policy? He said, we can't do any more than that. Like, that's it. I said, this ice cup is liquid. It's not even it's not how it normally would be like that. For everybody knows what an ice cup is. I don't need to explain to Canadians watching this right now. So he says to me, oh, it's policy. That's all I can do. My manager will get mad. I said, we've all worked at Tim Hortons at some point in our lives. And back in the day, this isn't how it was. And he goes, oh, you must have worked for a good manager then, because our manager doesn't allow to change anything with that ice cap. What does that even mean? I said, no. I said, customer service and the way things were done back in the day were done right. You know what he did? Laughed at me.
Yeah. Remember back in the day, people used to say that the customer is always right. People don't say that anymore, especially in Tim Hortons.
You know what would have happened back in the day, even though I'm 31 years old? We would have gotten written up, a very large talking in the manager's office, and then you would have felt like an idiot because you made that person's day crappy. Now, I'm not one to hold energy. I'm not going to. I'm actually letting it out right now on the camera. So then that way, Tim Hortons can hear this in the rest of Canada, because I know that people are going to want to hear this and they all feel the same way. So why don't you guys all share in your comments your latest situations with Tim Hortons in Canada? I'd love to hear it myself.
Ooh, first thing in the morning at Tim Hortons. Check this out.
Born and raised. Smash me, buddy. You see me running? I told him. I'm gonna go raise more weaklings. Smash me. And doing it in front of the little boy.
Well, that's right. You're gonna do that in front of the little kid too. He's right still.
Tell Monday starts off. Ooh, first thing in the morning at Tim Hortons. Check this out.
What does it say? Racist white dude. Homegrown Canadian black dude.
Born and raised. Smash me, buddy. You see me running? I told him.
Like, yo, smash me, buddy. You smash me. You see me running? Smash me, buddy.
I'm gonna go raise more weaklings. Smash me. And doing it in front of the little boy.
Well, that's how Monday starts off.
Can you tell us a little bit about your niece's employment here at Tim Hortons and where it all went wrong?
So she's been working here. She wasn't working here very long, maybe a few months, and everything seemed to be going all right. And then she sent me a message with a bunch of screenshots that her manager, I guess I shouldn't say the name. Her manager had sent her a message over Snapchat asking her if she had a boyfriend, which she had replied no. She asked if she wanted an Indian boyfriend. And
see, the manager's trying to swerve. That's what's going on at Tim Hortons. The manager's trying to swerve on the employees. You know what I mean? He's trying to have a roster of 4 wives working at Tim Hortons.
Well, how old is he? And she said 25. And she said, well, I'm only 17. Like, no. And she replied with, well, if you want an Indian boyfriend, he can pay you $15,000 to $20,000 to get with him. Which she replied like, no, this is illegal. Mm-hmm. So at that point, she was done talking to her manager. She went to her other manager then, and her other manager basically laughed her off, said this was no big deal, it's just a joke, and then proceeded to make a joke and make fun of her and the situation. She went to another employee to confide in her. Her other employee tried to talk her into taking the money and doing the bribe, to which she replied again, like, no, this is illegal. This is immigration fraud. And her reply, the other co-worker's reply was, I know 4 other people that have been married for 6 years who have never met each other, and she said, again, my niece replied, no, this is illegal. This is immigration fraud. And she said the co-worker's reply to that was, well, it's only illegal if someone calls the cops. And again, my niece was just having no part of it.
Why is he moving like a guy like that? I said it's only illegal if you call the cops.
No support from her other managers or other employees. She felt very uncomfortable there. So she ended up quitting and losing her job. And then the other manager just basically kept making a joke of it, says to other customers that come through the drive-thru, hey, you want to marry my brother? I'll pay you $20,000, but don't forget to call fraud on me. So, like, it's not a joking situation. Like, my niece is underage. She's been through a lot in life. Like, she lost her father when she was just an infant. So
that's crazy, bro. 25-year-olds trying to marry a 17-year-old for 20 bands at Tim Hortons.
I didn't order yet.
So far, all the videos we've watched, the workers have been, you know what I mean, temporary foreign workers. You know what I mean? You want to tell me 5% of them are temporary foreign workers, bro?
So can I get 2 farmer wraps, 2 large iced coffee? You're gonna deny me service. You're gonna deny me service. You just deny me service. I am deaf. You want me to sit there for hours?
You can hear me.
I cannot hear you. I'm reading your lips.
That's crazy. The man's deaf for real.
It's not illegal. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. You guys deny me another service because I'm bloody deaf. I can't hear through the speaker.
Is he really deaf?
Apparently the manager's there saying you need to drive around, so you do have to go to head management with this.
Can deaf people really read lips that good? That's crazy if you can read lips that good.
That's my job, yeah. No, that's not your job. Definitely. I can definitely. I can do your paperwork.
Oh shit. Bro, it's going off right now.
That's not your job. Really? That's my job, yeah. No, that's not your job. Definitely. I can definitely. I can do your paperwork. Right now. No, it's stupid. Yesterday,
boss, you know what you do? You give him a refund.
This man said, yo, where's your papers? This man wants to see if he's immigrant. He's trying to deport this thing. That's like some old Caribbean joke shit right there. Talk about, yo, where's your papers? That's like some old Caribbean roast.
Just send him on his way, man.
That is very wrong for you. You don't treat customers like that.
I didn't say anything wrong to you.
You did.
I was rude.
You're good.
You just talking rude. You're talking very rude. You asking for pepper. You asking for this. That's very rude.
You're
very disrespectful.
Entertainment, I like. It got busy today.
You know what? I'm gonna make my order and don't disrespect me again. And tell me something. Yeah, don't do that. Customer's always right, bro.
I know customer is always right, but
yeah, the customer's always right. You see what I'm saying?
His lawyer is asking for paper, everything.
That's my job, yeah. No, that's not your job. Definitely.
Karen in Tim Hortons is mad because the staff is Indian and I was walking into the store. She blowed on me because the customers are also Indians.
What's the fact?
The fact is that they're all Indians.
Stop being racist.
Why did they all get jobs? And why they?
Because you guys don't work. That's why we get the jobs.
What?
Yo, he's bright. He said, you guys don't work, that's why we get the jobs. Nah, nigga. It's a scandal, brother. It's a scandal, trust me. It's not Canadians are not working, bro. Tim Hortons is only hiring temporary foreign workers, bro. They're complaining that they want to up the cap on temporary foreign workers. So they're clearly only hiring temporary foreign workers, bro.
Yeah, now you won't understand anything. Why are you being racist?
I'm not racist.
Yeah, you are being racist.
I'm not racist.
All the people in here are fucking drunk. I'm almost in you. What are you doing next to me? I'm Canadian. I know my rights. Have compassion. 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 Call 911. Call 911. I'm not afraid of them. I know my rights.
Things got heated.
That's what
Pull up and read the caption. Things got heated at Tim Hortons. This lady called the employees. I can't see that. That we didn't give her. I think racist rants.
That's what you want, right? That's what you want? I'm gonna give you your money right now. I'm gonna give you your money right now. You know what? You know what?
Well, guess what, though? You are gonna face what? You're not gonna give me the contact number of your manager.
I'm gonna give everything.
No, okay? Yeah, go.
I'm gonna give everything with that.
We are ready to give the refund. You don't want the refund. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
We're doing it too.
Stop politely.
Go ahead.
Stop politely.
Go ahead.
Right? We are not your servants. Get the hell out. Get the hell out. Get the hell out.
Slap me. You see your anger?
Just because you're a woman just doesn't mean
I don't give
you talk that way.
Come touch me.
You don't talk that way.
Speak more. Speak more.
Yo, this guy's snapping. He's saying, yo, listen, you're just because you're a woman, you don't talk that way. If it was back home, they would have decapitated you.
You want a refund?
You
That's fine.
You took me wrong.
You want
She
a
took my
refund?
money.
You want a refund? That's fine. Two.
That's
what you want, right?
We never said that we're not going to give you the money. We never said that.
No more. You're not involved here.
We never said that. That's out of the mind.
You don't involve here.
I can go.
You don't work here. Okay?
No more.
You don't work here.
No more.
You don't work here.
No more. Everybody here is. I say no more.
I want you to give me the information.
If you want your money, I'm giving you the money. And I'm giving you the information. You don't want that information. Go out. Go out. Go out.
Push me. Okay, push me.
Go out.
Push me. Do me one more time.
Go out.
Push me.
You're calling people your service. That's not.
Why y'all always gotta call the police on black people for what? Because you wrong? We're not doing that today. We're not doing that. Call the police. We're gonna call them. Call them. Call them. Call them. Call them. Call them. Tim Hortons on Sawmill Road, Dublin, Ohio. Call them. Call them.
This is in the States.
You wanna play? Call them. The y'all talk about we calling the police. I'm at the Tim Hortons on Sawmill Road and it's so petty. It's Sunday morning. Nobody has time for this. The manager just called police on me. I'm a black. She tried to give me a baby cup and tried to charge me $2.69 for the baby cup of hot water. And
Even in America, the workers are not 5% temporary foreign workers, fam. They're all, brother.
Tim Hortons getting no love in 2025.
The story to cover, and this one is gonna hurt some people, but let's stay on it. So I know everybody has, complained about Tim Hortons of the past couple of years, their customer service and their service. Specifically talking about how all the immigrants are taking up all the jobs, all that jazz, and trying to blame a specific type of race. Some people are actually going as far as literally uttering racial slurs, spitting on a Tim Hortons employee. This happened in Mississauga. Old fat white dude decides to go to Tim's. I don't know if he was having a bad morning, but bro decided to let it out on an employee and got arrested. Utters racial and derogatory slurs and then spits on her. Driving away with this Ford commercial truck. It's not looking good for her. I know everybody's fed up with the customer service as Tim's, but you don't need to go that far. They like to say Canada's not as racist. I just think it's not as out there as the United States to me.
Hey, listen, Tim Hortons, are you guys racist towards Canadians? Because you never hire Canadians, but just foreign workers and international students. Not to mention your management is always Indians and they always charge people to get a job. That's another thing. I've seen this many, many times, especially in Winnipeg, but they charge them, hey, if you want to get the job, Canadian, it's $2,000. And then there's other management where there was a Canadian that got hired. It was a lady, and then, you know, young lady, by the way. I think she was a teenager. But then this dad, who's the manager there, was like, hey, I'll give you $20,000 if you marry my son. So this is who you hire, Tim Hortons, okay? So you are all about corruption and nastiness and disgust. Why don't you hire...
Facts. And this is like I said before, this is a man named Official Jesse Singh, bro. Indian descent.
Canadians, because Canadians are the way for your frickin' reputation, not these foreign workers and international students that are ruining everything for you. And it's not even their fault. Here's the thing. You know who they are. You know what they're like, but you hire them over Canadians. So Tim Hortons, it is your fault. This is why I have boycotted you since like a very, very long time ago when I used to work at Tim Hortons in the early 2000s. Fantastic. But now, Tim Hortons, you guys are disgusting and just disgraceful. Hey.
I'm noticing all these older guys, they have a story about working in Tim Hortons. I feel like the new generation, not a lot of people are going to have that experience with Tim Hortons. You know what I mean? A lot of older Canadians and Canadian immigrants that came here, they went through the Canadian system. You know what I mean? I'm just realizing that was like a milestone for a lot of Canadians to work at Tim Hortons.
Police announcing they made an arrest March 4th. Viewers will remember this video of the attack that happened last October 20th. We've heard a lot about unprovoked attacks recently. Police say this is an example of one. 27-year-old Megan Russell has been charged with assault with a weapon. It happened at the Tim Hortons location near...
That's mud, bro. Imagine someone throwing hot coffee in your face, bro. That could burn off your skin, bro.
Abbott and Pender. As you can see in the video, there doesn't seem to be an obvious reason that Russell allegedly threw hot coffee into this employee's face.
That shit's crazy, bro.
Police announcing they made an arrest March 4th.
Bro, just relax. Just ask for your hash brown. That's it, bro. Relax. Just relax with the fucking hash brown. I said it's just a hash brown. It's not that serious.
Yeah, but she don't understand what I'm saying.
So just say she forgot her hash brown. That's it. You don't have to yell at her, bro.
No, I'm not yelling.
You're yelling. What are you?
Bro, this is a Canadian Indian, a foreign Indian, and a Tim Hortons worker arguing about not being able to speak English properly. This is crazy. I can't make this shit up.
Right now, you're yelling.
You're jealous? Yeah. That's your problem?
Bro, what are you doing?
No, like I'm talking to him.
Relax, relax.
But she not a nice me.
Relax.
That's why I'm saying. Yeah, like, yeah.
Go easy, go easy, go easy, go easy, go easy, go easy.
Who's he walking up on, bro? Like,
That's the new gen Indians versus the old gen Indians.
And there is a warning now about this story. The video we're about to show you may be disturbing for some. Peel Police, though, do need help identifying a suspect involved in this hate-motivated assault investigation in Mississauga. It happened a month ago on July the 19th. That was a Saturday morning at 6 a.m. at the Tim Hortons at Lakeshore Road and Lakefront Promenade. An employee was confronted by an irate customer. The customer uttered racial and derogatory slurs, police say, and also spat on the employee before leaving. Fortunately, you could potentially see that was the spit right there.
That's fucked up, bro. That's the highest level of disrespect is spitting on somebody, bro. I could never co-sign that, bro.
Fortunately, the victim suffered no lasting physical injuries, unclear about emotional or otherwise. The suspect is described as a male, white, with a heavy build, wearing a dark baseball cap and an orange or red shirt with writing that resembles the Coca-Cola brand logo. He left the area in a white four-door Ford commercial truck with a black dump chassis in the rear.
Parameters in the criminal code set out very clear direction, and there's an egregious add-on here, and it is that hate element. You can see by his behavior and what he was saying, this clearly has ulterior intentions that go beyond just the fact that he's having some sort of a bad day with this Tim Hortons employee.
Yeah, he's a racist.
Canada needs to wake up. I saw a video from Indian Kitchen Bar and Grill in Saskatchewan. The owner is literally on the news saying they had to shut down because they can't find a single chef in Canada.
Legally, because I cannot provide them an LMI.
Really? In a country of 40 million people, you can't find one chef? Don't lie to us. Here's what's actually happening. These businesses are bringing in temporary foreign workers because it makes them money. They sell LMIA work permits for $30,000 to $50,000 to people who aren't even in Canada yet. This isn't about no workers. It's about profit.
Exactly. That's what it's about. It's about maximizing profits. When people are realizing, listen, like I said before, bro, it's like, bro, imagine you're selling something for $100 every day, $100, $100, $100. You know what I mean? And now people are telling you have to sell it for $10. You know what I mean? But really, at the cost of making that product is $1. So you're still making $10. But the greed in you is going to make you want to make that other $90 that you're missing out on because you've been making it for so long and it's been benefiting you so much.
In COVID, it made sense. Nobody was working. Everything was shut down. Fine. But now, post-COVID, every industry is using LMIA like a business model. And don't get it twisted, this is not the same as study permits. Study permit people pay tens of thousands of dollars. They study here, they live here.
Bro, the temporary foreign worker program is worse than AI, bro.
They actually deserve jobs. But the temporary foreign worker program is being abused. Look around. Restaurants, Canadian Tire, banks, gas stations, retail, warehouses, supervisors, managers, key frontline jobs, all going to people who came here only to work, not to study, not to build a life.
Literally, that's why Canada's bro. Canada is so far gone, bro. Brother, you better just build up your financial, your you know what I mean, your social life, and move somewhere else, bro. That's why I see it, bro.
Happens. Canadian citizens can't get hired. International students who spent $50,000.
That's why you have people like the Jesse Singh guy speaking out about this Tim Hortons corruption and this, that, because he knows his family left India because of corruption, and then now these people are trying to come over here and turn it back into that same place that they left. In 20 years, this place is going to be a super corrupt country.
On tuition can't get hired. People who lived here their whole life can't move up because businesses prefer to bring someone from overseas and charge them $30,000 plus for a job. This is not immigration. This is a job-selling industry, and it needs to stop. The temporary foreign worker program is destroying opportunities for the people who already live in Canada. If you agree, share this. Speak up. Canada needs to clean this system up now.
And hold up, before we get out of here, I have one more video we need to watch. You know what I mean? It's just a video I'm sure we'll all love to see. One positive Tim Hortons video.
You have to see what this Tim Hortons employee did for this young man.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Question. I forgot my wallet at home. Is there any chance I could get like a Timbit or a piece of bread?
No problem.
Are you sure? Okay.
You want a Timbit?
Yeah.
Just want something to eat?
Just something. I'll come back. Yeah.
Okay. You want a cup of coffee?
You sure?
I paid for it.
Are you sure?
For it, yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. What do you want in it?
Just black.
Just black?
Yeah, thank you so much. Why are you doing that?
We're human and we have to be nice to each other. You never know when I might see you on the road and you might be of help to me.
I'm Zachary, by the way.
I'm Sonia.
Nice to officially meet you.
Right here.
Are you sure?
Yes, I would pay for it.
You see what I mean? And she shouted out Tim Hortons too. Holy. You know what I mean? Everybody wins in this situation, you know what I mean?
Don't worry about it. I'm very sure. If I wasn't sure, I wouldn't do it.
Oh, you're very kind.
You're welcome. That's what my mother teaches us.
Where are you from?
Jamaica.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. We have to be kind to each other. It's okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, young man. And you do something nice to somebody every day. Pay it forward, it's called.
Wow, what a beautiful soul this woman
is.
You
see what I'm saying?
One moment stood out
Pay it
the most
forward.
for me is when she said, "It's how my mother raised me to be." That is so important in our society to teach our kids to be kind, to do good
Facts.
to each other, to help people in need,
Facts.
just to be nice to one another.
So listen, not all heroes wear capes, and not all Tim Hortons workers are temporary foreign workers, and not all temporary foreign workers are bad people. You know what I mean? That's how we could break that down right there. You know what I mean? Because she's from Jamaica. You know what I mean? I'm not saying she's part of the temporary foreign worker program, but she's definitely a foreign worker. She's working at Tim Hortons. You know what I mean? And somebody had a great encounter with her. But yeah, let's leave that there. You know what I mean? Leave it in the comments what you think about this temporary foreign worker program. Do you think the Tim Hortons staff is really 5% temporary foreign workers, and the other 95% is local workers, bro? This is why I had to make this compilation video. It's another Tim Hortons video. It's a banger. I mean, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, bro. And leave it in the comments. What do you think about this whole situation? You know what I mean? But yo, I'm off of this. It's been how long? 50 minutes, bro. 50 minutes. You know what I mean? Keeping it consistent, keeping you guys entertained. Are you not entertained, bro? Like, comment, subscribe, bro. I'm off this.